Today we're going to get this race car ready to race.
Also, I'm here.
Pip's here too. Unpacking the car. So the first job was to get all the stuff out that we usually take in the car. Over the year it gets a bit messy. So take it out, repack it, make sure that we're not carrying anything isn't going to be useful, and make sure that we haven't ran out of anything that would be useful. I did this as my first job of the day, and then at the end of the day, Pip redid it. Lights and fluids check. It's a light. So we do the usual fluids check. How much oil did it burn from last time? Wow, that's a lot of oil. Should we do something about this? Probably, but we're not going to. Just slap a bit more oil in. Check that the brake fluid was okay, radiator fluid was all right. Then go through the lights.
Braking.
Yeah.
Slide and brake light.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Left.
Yeah.
Starting the engine. The most exciting sounding step. It was time to start it up, and it started first time.
Normal sounds.
And then I had to fix the rev counter slightly.
Just hit it a bit harder.
Oh,
There you go.
Sounded pretty good to me. Taking the ballast plates out. So in the rules for the classic stock hatch, you've got to run ballast plates. When you get a win like Pip does, you put more ballast plates in. And then when you get another win, you get more and more ballast plates. You start afresh each year. So we had to remove the winning ballast plates from last year. I think the most that Pip ever had in the car was like 80 kilos.
Whoa, this is heavy.
That's like an entire person. When he had 80 kilos, I think he had to stack them. We didn't have like bolts long enough, so they had to be stacked like at the side passenger at the front where they usually are. But then he also had to put some in the wheel well. You gotta do what you gotta do. Checking the brake balance. We had to check the brake balance because the standard adjusters are pretty rubbish. So if either side had adjusted too much, it could make the car dart under braking or give it a long pedal. So you've got to have one person in the car braking, and then you've got to have another person at a wheel. So the person in the car has to hold it at that exact position on the brake, whilst the other person that's spun the wheel goes around the other side to spin the wheel to see if it has the same resistance. Applying pressure.
Yeah.
Holding. Jobs are good. That's how we check it. Checking for weird sounds. So we also have to check the hubs, and we go under and check that all the nuts and bolts are tight, nothing's rattled loose, and general just kicking of the tyres to make sure everything's all right. Testing the new equipment. So I finally managed to make Pip upgrade his camera in the car and get a new fancy camera. So we had to test out the positioning, sort of how it looked, how it worked, all that sort of thing, if it needed filters on it, if it didn't. The problem with in-car footage is that outside can be bright outside and in the car can be really dark, so it is challenging for cameras. So we just had to play around with that a little bit. So that's what we did. Packing up and giving it a little sparkle. Bloop, bloop, bloop. So we packed up and gave it a bit of a wash. It's uncovered on a trailer, so by the time you get to the racetrack, it's pretty dirty. So it was just a quick rinse. Did we use washing up liquid to wash it? Possibly, possibly not. Ask no questions and I'll tell you no answers. So then it was ready to race. So Pip was first up. He went to Croft. He got a first and a second. Ooh. This is like the bare minimum that needs to be done before a race weekend. We were sort of massively underprepared. The Nova is great because you can just roll it out and get it on the track, and it's a good old steed, trusty steed, but it really does need some attention paid to it. And we were going to try and do some in the off season, but personal stuff and other stuff just got in the way, so we rolled with what we got, and Pip got a first and second. So yeah, so roll the clips of pip driving, skidding, and doing fun things. And I'll see you next time. Remember to subscribe. Maybe give it a like, maybe not. No, definitely give it a like. Hopefully give it a like. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.